I totally forgot I had this little chair. What time is it? It is currently 1 in the morning, and I have like an hour and a half before my Uber gets here, because I have to take not a train, a plane to the Philippines. I'm going on vacation for like 20 days. And yeah, I'm really excited for that. But before I leave, I wanted to make this really quick video talking about the new recent movie, Supergirl. I went in there kind of with like high hopes. I was actually really like anticipating this movie. It looked so cool, and I don't know, I was excited for a Supergirl movie. Like, the only other movie she got was that one back in like, I don't know, the 70s, 80s. I totally forgot, which was not really good. But I really loved the comic Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. It actually might be up there with one of my favorite comics. But I want to talk about Supergirl because it definitely has its problems. I just want to say really quickly that this is not the comic. Sure, it has like maybe like the basic like premise and like some characters from the comic. Don't go in there expecting that this is gonna be a faithful adaptation of the comic. Like, it is. It's honestly like completely like its separate thing. And of course, like, you can't like really like adapt everything from that comic. I felt like if the movie's pretty short, by the way. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. If it had like at least like 20 more minutes, or if the movie was just like a little bit longer, maybe like 2 hours, maybe like fit in some more stuff, they could probably do more story beats that they did from the comic. But I totally understand. It's a movie, it has to like cater to like a lot more people, I guess. So you can't have like all the wacky stuff. But that's the thing, we want the wacky stuff. But anyway, I went to the movie theater with my family. We all sit down, and I'm like, look at the screen like, oh, I'm so excited for this movie. Yes, yes. The movie starts, and it's like the first 15 minutes. And then like right like over like my shoulder, like a man and a woman were like fighting. And they were like fighting like really loudly. Like, they were like, this is my seat. I paid for this fucking seat. This is my seat. We can talk about it. We can talk about it as like normal people, like a normal person. We can talk. No, I'm not gonna calm down. We could, while Ruthie, which is like the little girl that accompanies Supergirl on her journey. By the way, spoilers. By the way, her parents are getting murdered. While that scene's happening, I'm like looking over like this, like, oh shit, like, yo, are they gonna? I think they're gonna get up and like start fighting. Like, yo, do I have to like watch out? Are they gonna like try something? I couldn't focus on like the first like 20 minutes. It was weird. As the time went on, my theater, like the audio in my theater, they kept cutting out. And it was like, I thought it was like an artistic choice or whatever, but like, no, it's like really like jarring. Like, you can tell there's obviously like music still playing. There was like a part where a character was talking, and it just like cut out. And like, I don't know why, it completely took me out of the movie. So that first time I was watching it, I couldn't take it like all that seriously, but I felt like I was pretty robbed of that experience. So I waited a couple days, and I went to go see it again. Yep, that's right, I went to go see it twice. And then watching it for that second time, I gotta be honest, I did end up liking it. I liked it a little bit better. Of course, it's not a perfect movie, but it's also like not a bad movie. It's just an alright movie. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good. Of course, there's definitely a bunch of parts where it just feels rushed, and the writing was just like a little bit weak, and a bunch of weird like editing choices. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I see a lot of people comparing it to like bad superhero movies, but those are bad. People are saying Supergirl is worse than The Flash or Black Adam or Madam Web. Those are leagues and leagues and leagues like below Supergirl. Supergirl is clear as, in my opinion, Supergirl is so much better. A lot of people are complaining for nothing, because Supergirl is a good movie, and that's kind of what it is. It's kind of like in the middle. Honestly, if you go in with the mindset like you're not expecting anything, no expectations whatsoever, you're probably gonna have a good time. It's not that bad of a movie. And also, I feel like that first time I was watching it, I kept kind of like trying to compare it to the comic. That's what the director or the screenwriter said that they took the main inspiration from, which is cool. But I feel like that mindset I had, where like comparing it, to the comic, it kind of like hindered my experience. And I just gotta say, like, don't do what I did. Like, don't compare it to anything. It's like own little thing. But I feel like this is the perfect time to transition to the actual comic. The story beats of the actual comic and the movie are actually like pretty similar. It's about Supergirl coping in her own way, partying, getting drunk, and she meets this little girl named Ruthie who gets her father murdered by this random bandit who's a really evil person. His name is Krem of the Yellow Hills. And basically, this guy is an asshole. He just kills for fun. He's a really horrible person. He shoots Crypto with a poison dart and steals Supergirl's ship and goes off into space. And Supergirl and Ruthie go on a quest to bring this guy down and cure Crypto. That's a story, and it goes from them to like traveling to different planets, seeing all like the horrors like in their wake, and the whole story is about like how big this universe is and how we are small in comparison. But even if the things that we do and what we are small in comparison to all these like disasters and whatever, like our actions and like what we do with those things, they are still as important, or if not bigger, and make a bigger impact on the way we live and the way we want to live our life. Like, do we want to live a life chasing vengeance and filled with this like black void in our body, or do we choose to live with this like compassion and live our lives with this like beauty in it, like noticing all the beautiful things in it? I hope I'm kind of like explaining that right. It's like I'm not really good at explaining stuff, as you can probably see in this fucking video. But the movie kind of follows that storyline a little bit, and it also takes like a lot of like creative liberties. That's why I said we shouldn't compare it. But I feel like we should kind of talk about like the problems I have with the movie. First of all, it's not colorful. You see the comic, these beautiful like pages of like color. It's so colorful, it's so pleasing to look at, and it's awesome. And then you get to the movie and like, yeah, oh damn, yeah, they're in space, there's aliens and stuff, but it's still like watered down. Like, it's not, they just look like generic like Star Wars aliens. So what am I looking at? And like a lot of scenes take place like during the night. There's like a fight in the night. They go to someone's place in the night. They go on a different planet and the sun's blue and it's night. Damn, like really? Why is the movie so dark? Plus we get to the fight scenes, and I mean, I watched the movie twice and I felt like I still didn't know like what was going on. Especially with like that fight with Supergirl and Lobo. It felt like the camera was like a little too close when they were fighting. It was hard to keep track. Like I feel like it should be like back a little more. I don't know, maybe I'm being like a little nitpicky. Wait, did I say Lobo? Because I totally forgot Lobo was in this movie. Fucking Jason Momoa played Lobo, and he actually did, like, play great. I thought he was really cool the first time, but the second time I watched it, I really noticed that, like, he really didn't have to be there. Like, he doesn't really do anything. He just kind of, like, shows up. And he's just kind of, like, there. He doesn't really, like, advance the plot at all. The only thing he kind of did was save Supergirl with like at that final fight, but like that's like it. And also in that same final fight where Supergirl actually takes a sword and like kills Krem, and like it just cuts to like Lobo like on his motorcycle. He's like, yeah, that's awesome. It's like, why did that? What? We did not need like that cut there. Why can't we just let that moment linger on like Supergirl like making this decision on actually killing Krem? Why do we need to keep cutting back to this dude, bro, who's like actually doing nothing? It was a little disappointing. Like he really did not have to be there. Fuck. What am I even talking about? Another thing I want to talk about was the needle drop that I saw everyone on Twitter going fucking crazy about. It's essentially like this slow-mo fight of Supergirl saving Ruthie, and then Ruthie's like looking around like, wow, look at her go. And the song they played was like a female singer acoustic version of The Middle by Jimmy Eat the World. A very interesting choice, I gotta say. I thought it was kind of funny like the first time. I personally would have chosen that. Maybe I would have chosen like the original song, but like that cover was very unique, is I gotta say. And it's very interesting because I saw something, and please prove me if I'm wrong, but I saw that they changed composers for like the soundtrack like 3 times, and that is really concerning because I realized that Supergirl doesn't really like have like a theme for herself. Like this is her own movie, and like she's like the main character, and I truly believe she doesn't have a theme, like a theme song. I mean, of course, I guess not everyone needs like a theme song, just at least a song that like kind of like represents them. Like I thought they were gonna play like that Blondie song, like Call Me, like that would have been pretty cool. But yeah, it's whatever. But the main argument is that song, the reason why that song is there, it's because it's from the point of view of Ruthie. Like she's looking at Supergirl like beat up like everyone, and the lyrics are like, yeah, it's gonna be alright, everything's gonna be like fine. Like I thought about it, and like that's like the point of view of Ruthie, and like yeah, that's fine. But then like that's kind of like saying like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be fine because it's just Supergirl, and Supergirl is like always gonna save me. Because through that movie, every single time she gets her ass saved by Supergirl. Like in like every interaction and like fight they had, like on the bus or like the planet, whatever, Supergirl is always saving Ruthie and stuff. The only time she actually does something for herself was when she freed herself in the jail. But that was like only one time. Compared to the comics, she's like a more like competent character. Like she has like so much more like going on for her. She takes charge. It really is like a different character, and you can definitely see that like in the comic where she is actually defending Supergirl while she's weakened by like the blue sun or whatever, and she's like killing monsters or whatever to save like Supergirl. And like I feel like we needed more moments like that in the movie to show, I guess, like just like growth, or like flesh her out to show that like, you know, she's actually like more of like a fighter. There's a good reason for her to go on this quest, because she can actually like kill like something. Like I look in the movie version of Ruthie, and like I just know like she's gonna die, because like you're going on this quest for nothing because you have like no like fighting skills. Of course, in the comic and the movie, they're both like little girls, but like I don't know. It's whatever. And here's the thing. I thought about that more, about like the POV of like, yeah, everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna be all right, because Supergirl's always here to save me. But maybe it's not just for Ruthie. Maybe it's just like in general. Like everything's gonna be fine, everything is gonna be all right, because Supergirl is here. She's here for like all of us. That's why everything is fine. That's why everything's gonna be all right, because Supergirl is still here at the end of the day, fighting for injustice, fighting for everyone. I don't know. That's kind of like my thoughts. That's kind of like what I was kind of interpreting from it. But yeah, still pretty weird needle drop. Now, of course, another main reason why I wanted to talk about this is because a lot of people were kind of dogging on this movie, and like it's not performing well, and like people are saying it's from like misogyny, or it's just like a horrible movie. Like they're saying it's worse than that one Catwoman movie or whatever. But I think this is the time where we just take a moment and think, are we the problem? Is the movie the problem? Or is it just I don't like women in movies? Because so much people are blowing this out of proportion and saying, oh, Millie Alcock is really ruining this movie. She's sabotaging her own career. And she's ugly. If you think Millie Alcock is ugly, fuck you. Actually, you know what? My favorite thing about this movie is Millie Alcock. because she is like actually like the perfect Supergirl. She is a great characterization of Supergirl. And like, what's it called? We only have like that one movie from like the 70s or 80s about Supergirl, which was a bad what that was a bad movie. And then we also have the CW Supergirl, and we also have the DCEU Supergirl. But this Supergirl, this one's my favorite. This one takes the cake. She's awesome. Rock on. But people are still going crazy like about this movie, like talking about like, oh yeah, it sucks. And the more you read about it and the more you see people like hate about it, these people really just are like misogynists. Like they just hate like woman leads in movies. And like that's really like the main problem. Like you see like Variety, like that news outlet, they keep putting out like article after article talking like dogging on Millie, dogging on Supergirl, talking about like how it's bombing at the box office, and like that doesn't matter. And I can't say this enough, but Supergirl is not a bad movie. It's all right. It's in the middle. It's in the middle. Jimmy Eats World in the middle. It's not of course it's not perfect. I don't think I want to see it for like a third time. But it's not bad. But one other complaint I've been seeing is that people is saying like, oh yeah, the whole DCU rides on Man of Tomorrow because of this fucking setback of Supergirl. Like, oh yeah, they need to reboot the DCU right now because of Supergirl. Oh, they need to do it because of all this shit, because of everything. We need another DCU. Like we've had enough. And I gotta say, you guys just need to get off the internet, to be honest. You guys need to slow down because this is only their second movie. They're like 2 years in the DCU. They have some shows and they have one movie, and this is only their second movie, and it just ended up being all right. They didn't even end up being bad. It ended up being all right. And there's so many positives of this universe, so I don't understand like the reboot like now. Like we do not need a reboot now. It's like we're 2 years in. Like you guys are fucking crazy. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. My Uber is getting here in like 10 minutes, which is fucking crazy. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of stuff that I was talking about that I probably missed out on, like the movie or like the comic. And hey, just feel free to let me know like what you guys think, if there's any points I missed, or like if you agree or disagree with any of the takes. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the Philippines like right now. So video or vlog coming soon, I guess. Okay, see ya. I don't really know how to end this.